winner pregame warm-up, presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St. Louis Blues.
Fan Report. Hello, hi, I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and joining me as always is the knowledgeable, the intelligent, and the one who keeps me in line, Ashley Slapshot Jones. Hello, Ashley. Are you ready for a late night game?
Oh, yes. I'm so excited. I've missed hockey so much. 3 days off is really rough.
Doesn't it suck? It absolutely sucks when hockey's gone for 3 days. I agree. Sorry, we're running a few seconds late. Every time I try and get things set up just perfectly, something screws up, and my cable box decided to not play center ice. So I was trying to get my center ice set up, but this game is actually a TNT game. So This is your only pregame show, right? Yep. This is it. This is your pregame show. So make sure you share this out on your pages, on your friends. Tell them all about it. And thank you so much for joining us. This is an interesting week in NHL.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. I did not put it in there. I let you do it because you don't get in trouble.
Yeah, well, I can only share one so that I don't get in trouble.
Yeah,
so I was making sure that this is the one you wanted.
It's such bullshit rules. I'm sorry.
They're good people. They just have rules.
It is what it is. And they can do what they want to do. That's how they are. I'll tell you what. First of all, we got to welcome Coast to Coast Hockey. Thank you for becoming affiliated with us. We really appreciate it. And I've been talking with Interstate 70 Sports. There could be a connection between us and them going forward, cool. Right? So that would get the fan report more access to Cardinals and the Chiefs and college sports and things like that, and that would give them access to this show, which would open it up some and open up our writing a little bit and, hope it out. So hopefully there's going to be some type of connection there. I think we're going to talk about it. It's still in the development stages, but I'd like everybody that's watching this, if you can, check out Coast to Coast Hockey on Facebook and Internet 70 Sports. I think you can Google them. I think it's internet70.media. I'm not completely sure off the top of my head, but I've been looking at it. There's things I like, things I don't like, and I'm sure there's things they like and things they don't like about us. Now, one thing that people are going to ask about is the Pickum Contest. Yes, it was supposed to start today. I'm having issues with the form. So hopefully I can get that figured out tomorrow. Had to go to the doctor today and had a pretty interesting visit with the doctor. On Friday, the 12th, I'm getting cut into.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're going to break my bone, extend it, put some screws and metal in there, put some filler in there, so it'll reheal, right?
Yeah, they did that to my ankle whenever I was 9. Yeah. It's not pleasant, man. I'm so sorry.
Well, it is what it is, but it's got to get to a point where I should be able to do this, so this is this one, and this is, I'm trying to get in the camera here. This is this one.
Yeah,
you can tell the obvious difference that I have. And then, this is why I haven't been writing. I just don't have the type. Do you think Hoffer gets a start tomorrow night? Still surprised they didn't call up Lindgren, but I want to see Hoffer make his debut. To be honest, no. I thought about this. I really did. And I think starting Bennington back-to-back and then letting Hofer play against the Ducks is the better way to go. Because right now, first of all, there's a lot of bad blood between the Blues and the Sharks. All right, that didn't go away. It's not going away. The last thing I want is a young goalie who struggled coming in playing the Sharks. Now, the Sharks have had off to a good start. I think last I looked, they were 5-2-1 or 5-2-2. They've off to a decent start. Yeah. I'm sorry. I want Bennington in that game. I want Bennington with his "we're coming," right? I think that was the game where he came off and said "we're coming." I'll tell you what, man. So I got TNT on, and So that's what the game's going to be on. And they have wrestling on. And I'm a fan of 80s wrestling. I love that. I thought that really
80s, early 90s wrestling was pretty good.
Yeah, but this stuff nowadays, man, I'm sorry. It's too much show. Lambert says definitely back to back. Joshua is out of Facebook jail. He paid his fine. Yay, thank you. And Joshua, we're sorry. He got put into Facebook jail I know, and we're really sorry about that. But again, guys, and this is something that I've always said, I want this to be your safe space. Mm-hmm. And I absolutely mean that. I mean that 100%. If you have an opinion that may not be popular, you're allowed to voice it. Okay? Now I'm going to bring something up. Matt Lowe, I'm not singling you out. Brought up some stuff yesterday that was very difficult to talk about. And we tried to talk about it. We're going to do a special on Friday on mental health and the sexual assault in Chicago. We're going to spend an hour Friday talking about mental health in sports. I think that's going to be a really fun topic. And I think it's a topic we all need to hear. Right? I agree. I know. Say again?
I agree.
Right? It's going to be tough. You know what? We're going to be talking about things that people have very opinionated opinions. And you know how much I hate double words, right? But that's the only thing that I could come up with. And when you're doing that, it's going to be tough to talk about. But I want this to be that safe place, right? I want this to be a safe place. I want this to be a place where someone can say, look, he took 10 years. That was too long. I don't understand why. Okay, that's a fair, believe it or not, that's a fair assessment. It is. There's reasons here and there, but that's something that needs to be able to be said, right? Even where, Matt Lowe said, look, the guy was hanging out with them. There's some of this doesn't feel right to me. Okay, that's fine. This is what this place is going to be, Ash, right? And I think it needs to be that. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. But at the same token, this being a safe space, it needs to be known that other opinions might upset people and there might be a little heated exchange, but there is no hard feelings. No,
absolutely none. Absolutely none. And that's because, Ashley, you and me talked a little bit about this offline yesterday, and you were really upset with the victim shaming, right? Yes. What you felt was. And I felt, and I hope you don't mind me saying that. Right? I don't mind. Matt Lowe, we don't think you were arguing, buddy.
Oh, no, buddy.
In fact, we're saying the exact opposite.
No, Matt. That's why we're going to give you a show with this topic so that we can just get it all out.
Yeah, we want you to be able to go there. We absolutely want you to be able to go there and not, you weren't being argumentative. You were stating a case, and it was a case that needed to be heard. Right? And Ashley talked to me about it, how she felt about it. And I said, hey, again, I get it, but let's just kind of go that way. Right? And I think that doing the show where we allow all opinions to talk is the right thing to do. And I really do think it's good. So let's get back into this. Greg Kahn says he can't wait for it. Joshua Ian says 4-1 Blues. Bush scores first. This is a trap game to me, guys. This is a trap game. Before we talk about this game, we got something big to talk about. What do you think I'm going to talk about? I want to see, because we haven't.
Are we going to talk about some of the questions that Marianne had?
No, but close. Jack Eichel. Well, actually, she did ask about that.
She did ask about that. That was where I was thinking you were going.
The Jack Eichel trade has heated up. There are two teams that are involved. One team is the Vegas Golden Knights, which actually kind of makes sense to me because they are in cap hell.
Oh, yeah.
The $10 million that he's getting that they can bring in and hopefully not give up too much will save them down the road. But they are in cap hell right now. And then the surprise team to me, well, not the surprise team, but the names being mentioned is the Calgary Flames. And the Calgary Flames are talking about giving up Matt Tkachuk. Mac, it's like 4 players. First of all, Eichel's not worth 4 players to me.
No, not at all.
Not at all. He's not worth 2 first. It was Mathew Tkachuk, a first round pick, damn, like in the top 5, top 6. Excuse me. He was in the top 6. Then you have a first round this year, and then 1 or 2 other guys that were first rounders before. We're talking 4 first round picks.
Yeah,
for
no.
Eichel. And I'm sorry, Eichel's not worth that. First of all, the surgery, the biggest thing Eichel is to me, until he has the surgery, he's cap relief. That's it. Cap relief. And he has to, I'm sorry, he has to be looked at that way. And if anybody's not looking at him that way, then you're wrong. And I really think that Buffalo's asking way too much, and I don't think it should be paid.
I don't think it should either. And there's also the surgery that he wants. My mom had like a in-bone fusion to the spinal cord.
Okay.
It overgrew, and now my mom is disabled and can't even get out of bed. So there is a good chance that the surgery he wants won't even make him able to play.
It is, and there is something there. Lambert, we'll deal with that later. It is completely safe for me to say that Berube is a great coach.
It is, but like I was saying, Robert, it's also okay that we disagree. And we might even be a little heated with that disagreement, but at the end of the day, we're all still friends.
Yep. Please watch it with the language. I will not show the language on here. I really want this to be, especially now that I have some doors opening up after some other ones closed, right? I want this to be PG rated. So please watch the F-bombs. I would appreciate it. Thank you. Basically one guy said enough. Not sure what that is. Eichel possibly going to Calgary. That's what, not us. Saad in the lineup tonight. Yes, that is absolutely. If Tkachuk thing goes down, I'll be surprised. You're not the only one. I hope all of Eichel's bad luck follows to the Knights.
I'm with you, Ryan. I'm with you, but crazy. I think they got their own bad luck right now.
Guido says that would be sad. I'm trying to catch up. You guys I love the fact that the comments are just coming that I can't keep up with them. So for me, they freeze. I know for you, they don't. They keep rolling, right? You keep seeing all of them. You don't see when I scroll through them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's different. So for me in producer mode, what they call producer mode, I have to catch up to them. Plus Eichel is going to be on LTIR for a while. That's exactly what I said. That's all he is to me is LTIR. Eichel's name of all people, I think is name is all people think is valuable. And I agree with that. I really do. If the rumor on the Hall going back to Buffalo from Calgary is true, Buffalo has to pull that trigger. Of Hall going back to Buffalo from Calgary, Hall's not in there. How could the rumor of Hall being true? Hall is in New Jersey, is in Boston, and he's not leaving Boston, bud. He is really happy. He's worth what someone's willing to pay. That is a true statement. That's a true statement. The fact that Keith is being tossed around, I'm not sure what that says. Keep it G-rated for his brand. No, it could be PG-rated. I don't mind some of the, son of a bitches and shits and things like that.
Yeah.
There's some of that. But, we don't need the F-bombs, and we don't need to be going off on people. Can you tell that girl beside you, let me know in the morning who won the game? She will, Brad, I'm sure, because she gets up long. But you got to remember, right now I'm 5 hours behind. Next weekend, I'll be 4 hours behind. So it'll be a little bit better. Kyle says, missed watching the show. Thank you. And their coach put that out there. About the trade. I think that's right. Saad, Eichel for Kurik and others. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm caught up with the comments now. Keith's energy on ice can sometimes be cancerous. I'm not sure who you're talking about there, Ryan.
I'm really not sure either.
It's saying Keith Tkachuk, but I think it means Matt Tkachuk.
Yeah. Greg, I thought that's what you meant.
Hall is in Boston. Okay, Greg, I didn't know what you were saying. No, all the players coming back from Calgary to Buffalo is what I meant by Hall. Okay, That's what I get. Yeah. There is, the 4 players going from Calgary to Buffalo. Okay, I get it now. I got you. Sorry about that, buddy. Oh, wait, Matt. Sorry. I'm not sure where that's coming from. But, hey, so now that we've kind of covered all of that, and I love all these comments.
Oh, so do I.
Really, it's been fun. Chris Lambert says 4-2 Blues. We'll wait for our predictions a little bit down the line because, I think they do like a 10 to 15 minute pregame. So while it's supposed to be 4:30, it'll probably be close, or 4 o'clock, or probably my time, 9 o'clock, it'll probably closer to 9:15 puck drop.
Yeah.
Right. This is a trap game for me. Especially with ORR being out. One of the things that when I meant Matt, not Keith. Okay, I got you. One of the things with ORR being out was faceoffs. Now, Joshua did good. We did better, but this is a pretty decent faceoff team. I kind of remember even with ORR, this was almost a 50-50 faceoff between the two games. I didn't get to watch these two games because of the move, but from what I remember looking, I think they were close to 50-50, weren't they?
I thought that the first one was close to 50-50, but I think that the second one was more in the Blues' favor.
Okay. But so we do know that this team, or actually that might have been reversed because the first game was like 7-3. Yeah, and well, that's the other thing right now. You're looking at two teams that actually I probably have this stat right in front of me, and I'm not looking at it. Let's see here. Don't you love these next gen stats we've been getting?
I do. I really like when you send them.
Yeah, well, I try and send them every game. Sometimes you got to remind me, right? Face-offs. Let's see if I can find face-off win percentage. They don't have it full on here. Yeah, they don't have a team percentage there. So I was looking to see if they had a team percentage. But this is going to be an interesting game, especially when you look at points leaders. You have Perron, Tarasenko, and Kyrou with 9 points on the Blues, and that's in 7 games.
Yeah.
All right. You have Kopitar with 13, Afalo with 8, and Doherty with 7. But I think they've played 9 games.
Yeah, they have.
All right. So they played.
I think that Doherty's out. Or
Doherty's out. No, is he out?
Yeah, he's out.
Oh yeah, he's out for 7 weeks or 6 weeks though, right? From the knee injury.
Yeah.
8 weeks. So he's out like 8 weeks. Yeah. So Doherty won't be in. I'm just going over who their leaders are. Plus minus, he was a leader. But you look at our plus minus coming into this game. You got Barbashev at 7, Kyrou at 6, Shen at 6. Those are some impressive numbers.
Parayko's at 6-2.
Parayko's at 6-2. You've got Tarasenko with 31 shots, Perron with 24 shots, Falk with 20 shots, Parayko with 6 goals, Tarasenko with 4 goals. 2 of those are game winners. That's impressive. There's a lot of stuff that I'm seeing power play wise. The Blues power play has just been on fire. Right? They have power play, 3 power play goals from Perron, 1 from Neal, 1 from Falk, 1 from Krug. I thought Tarasenko, he just had assists. I thought he had a power play goal, but he just has power play assists. You've got Perron with 5 points, Krug with 3, Tarasenko with 3, Kyrou with 2, Falk with 2, and then everybody else has got 1. We're really moving in the right direction with this team. I really do think this team is moving in a very solid direction. Ryan O'Reilly, oh no, that's shot percentage. That's not face-off percentage. Okay. Yeah, now that makes sense. Now, is it? No, that's face-off percentage. Ryan O'Reilly was only 25% against the Kings. You can believe that.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't, I'm not sure if that's right. I'm not sure what this percentage is. I think it's face-off percentage, but it just doesn't seem right to me. I'd have to look at some of the other stats here in a little bit, but no, this is an interesting game. Let's see where we're at in comments. Okay. Central starting to heat up. Any predictions of where we end up 7 games in? I didn't think we'd be here. To be honest, You did. But again, I've said it before. You got to be careful. Just a great start doesn't guarantee a great finish.
I'm aware.
And a bad start doesn't guarantee a bad finish.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, it can create a horrible, it can, but it also things can happen that turn around. So that's something to look at. Our schedule up to this point has not been the toughest of schedules. Right? And that is something to look at. I think we're going to know where this team is by the middle of November when we have that setup where we're playing. I think in December we play a home and home, and it's so neat. We're playing a home and home against Tampa Bay and Florida back to back. So we're home against Tampa. We go to Tampa. We play Florida in Florida, and then Florida comes to St. Louis. That's interesting to play those 4 games like that.
Yeah.
With the travel and everything else, that's interesting. But that's the point, and then the one coming up, we have Winnipeg coming up. Who else? I know I was looking at the schedule earlier. We have a tough schedule coming up. Right? I'm trying to pull it up here real quick, guys. The November schedule is very tough for the Blues. Okay, so we after the Jets, we have the Predators coming into our building. Then we go play the Hurricanes. Then we have the Oilers coming in. Then we get a slight break with the Coyotes, and then the Sharks come back, and then we go to Dallas. Then we have Vegas come in. Right? Then we have a little break with Detroit, at Detroit, at Blackhawks, and then the Blue Jackets. But the Blue Jackets are having a good game, and that's when we get into the end of November when we have that back-to-back home and home with Tampa and Florida. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Let's see. Any predictions on how many points Tarasenko line has tonight? That line has been absolutely amazing from the get-go. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking from the get-go when they put it together in training camp.
Yeah.
There's something that's connected. I think Barbashev and Tarasenko are very mindful of each other, mm-hmm. to use a mental health term. And you have this, it's almost the perfect line. You have a shooter, a passer. You have a passer, a shooter, and a guy that goes to the net. Mm-hmm. Well, that's going to get you goals. Yep. When OR comes back and Sundqvist, our offense is going to take off a bit better. I actually think our defense is going to get a bit better. Yeah. Sundqvist is more of a defensive guy. The power penalty kill is what he's going to make. And I actually think they may hold off on Sundqvist for a little bit, right? There is no sense rushing Sundqvist back in. And I think somebody was bringing this up. Our buddy from the Warriors, and I can't think of his name now. Chris Shockley brought up, hey, what about the medical staff and this, all these issues we've had with these guys having 2 surgeries and all of that. It's got to be something that's in the back of their minds. Right? Hey,
John, I'm glad to see that you made it home, man.
Oh, he is home?
Yeah.
Okay, so Marianne, I'll get to my comments. Marianne says, I did that too. That's what I was talking about. Calgary coach basically saying, got a player and are we trading you? Oh, okay. Surprised that Neighbors is sitting. No, I'm not surprised Neighbors is sitting. Not surprised at all, to be honest. Just happy to see Laddie on the ice having fun. Hauled ass, but got back in time for the show. Great, man. Great to have you here. How soon do they hire a new coach? They already have. I thought they brought in
interim.
Tortorella.
No,
that was the rumor that Tortorella was going to.
They were gonna, but they gave it to somebody else, and he's interim.
Interim.
Mm. I'm looking up who it is right now.
They need to get a coach in place. If they're not going to hire him to straight up, they can't have a lame dyke.
It depends. It worked well for the Blues.
What? Yeah, but I don't think that he was a lame duck.
Andrew Burnett.
Andrew Burnett. Okay. I don't think that Berube was a lame duck per se, right? I think that there were talks with Berube about becoming the coach even before they got to that point, right? So Berube wasn't a lame duck per se. In Florida, their bench coach is a lame duck, unless they're going to give it to him, because the difference here is Florida is 9-0-1 or 9-1-1, 8-1-1. Florida has a very impressive record. Okay, when Berube took over from the Blues, they were in the dumpster. So a guy in the dumpster can go that way. Anyway, we can get a live stream. I cannot live stream the game, James. I know you've asked before. I do not have the rights. I'm not going to take any chance of getting my show canceled. This is how I make my money. $6 for ESPN Plus. And actually, this game's on TNT. So it's almost an open game. You can get TNT. You can get the TNT app, I think. So Bud, I'm sorry. Our show is more talking about the game and what's going on and what we think is going to happen. In Florida, it's a Mike Kitchen scenario. Yeah, a little bit. But when Coach Q left, the Blues were starting to dive. That's when the Lowrys were starting to sell everybody off. Right. So there's the difference there. They took Aldridge's name off the cup today. Yeah, I seen that. I'm sorry. I disagree with that. I really do. And we'll talk about that's something we can talk about on Friday.
Yep.
Right. We can really talk about that on Friday, because there's a lot of guys on that cup who have been in jail after they won the cup for a lot of different things. Right. And we can talk all about that later. I'm watching. We're still not TNT. Still got wrestling on.
Okay.
So we're still good to go. Oh my goodness.
That's a surprise.
Bob agrees with me. Wow. It's just like 2 shows in a row, because he wasn't on the last show. And he agrees with me. You know, right, Chris? It is a touchy situation, and I get that. And remember, Friday, safe place. This is going to be a place. And you know what? Check your feelings at the door. I'm telling you that. Ashley, I know that you are going to have a tough time with this, and I understand that. But you know what? It needs to be done. Right? It really needs to be done, and it needs to be done tastefully, but fairly. Okay. And it can't be one-sided. It really can't. And that is, I'll be honest with you. One of the biggest problems in the United States today is that everybody wants it to be one-sided. It has to be this way. Has to be that way. Right? No, game's not on yet. Well, they just flipped over, showing Tarasenko on. So once they get closer to puck drop, we'll let you know. They'll usually show something. So I'm not sure where we're at. I might turn it up a little bit so I can hear it. There we go. So, but no, I really think, Ashley, that we can do this tastefully and in a way that doesn't really hurt anybody. But, Matt Lowe's opinion needs to be heard.
I'm not denying that.
Ashley's opinion needs to be heard. Right? Like Chris Lambert says, coverage is beginning. Oh, coverage is the beginning of the game. I thought he was talking about what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm kind of watching that, guys. We're getting close. Can we slap the announcer, please? Yeah. Actually, we should get God, Blatty looks so happy to be in here. All this stuff about him still wanting to be traded. I have a hard time.
I'm with you on that. I really, really do have a hard time believing it. But anyways, it is getting close, so let's give them our predictions.
Okay, so you go first.
I have a different opinion than you. I don't think that this is going to go poorly because We've still won over 50% of the faceoffs with the 2 games that Ryan O'Reilly was out. So I say Blues 5-2. I think Tarasenko is going to score.
Okay. I think it's a trap game. I see this as a trap game, right? I really do. I see this as one of those trap games. You just came off a really good shutout against a team that you could have easily scored 4 or 5 goals against, right? Fleury stood on his head. I'm not sure do you know who the goalie for LA is?
No, I didn't see it. I wasn't really following Twitter before, so.
Yeah. I think it's going to be Peterson. I think. Right.
Yeah, it's a good possibility. Hold on, I'm trying to get my feed to load.
Yeah. So, for me, trying to pull up the roster report quick. For me, this is gonna again. It comes down to goaltending, right? It looks like Quick, right?
Okay.
Well, I don't know. No, because they do it by numbers. So, because I know Bennington for us, I'm not sure. I have a feeling that, well, Quick got lit up, and Peterson was able to keep it close. You know, it was a 3-0 shutout. I think if they go with Peterson, I can see this being a bit of a trap game. They got to score early. If they do, then it's going to be. Actually, I want Quick, right? I hope it is Quick because we tore him up last time, right? Marianne says 5-1 Blues. I'm getting a laugh from Joshua. Can we get? We can get in Quick's head early. Absolutely. That's what I was thinking at first, Ashley, but I said 4-2. Don't want to get too overconfident. Confident like it comes back and bites me. At least I've had a bad history with it, and not just in hockey either. Thanks, Chris. Michael Boulay, we haven't seen you in a while. Quick is confirmed on my Score mobile app. There we go. So Quick, right? Love to see how Panger acts when needing to be neutral. Yeah, that's a tough thing for him. And I've talked to him about that. Remember the interview I did? Earl Smith, my high school buddy, saying 4-1 Blues. I see the Blues winning this, but I don't see it being a high scoring tilt. I don't. I think it's 3-2 or 4-2 with the empty netter. I just, you can't take this team lightly. Yes, luckily we're going to be done with them. But, they gave us fits last season, right? And you cannot take this and this is the first of a 4-game road trip. So a lot of times when you're having these and not only that, you got back-to-back. So they actually can't go into San Jose until tomorrow, right? They don't fly out tonight because of the restrictions with San Jose. They don't fly out. Either that or they fly into San Francisco and then take the 2-hour bus ride down. So, that's got a lot of things. I thought Quick plays us tough. Could be wrong. Well, he has played us tough. He didn't last time. 4-2 empty netter. 91 gets 2 points. Play 60 minutes of hockey. I agree with that. Right? Play 60 minutes. We got away with probably 50 minutes of hockey against Chicago. I don't think you're getting away with 50 minutes of hockey against this team. Right?
Fair enough.
What I did like in the Chicago game was Bennington. I think Bennington is finally learning how to control his defense. And I think the defense, I don't want to say that they're trusting him, but they're not trusting him, but they're pulling away a little bit. Right? They're letting him see pucks a little better. I think you're going to see a lot more block shots. I think you're going to see less block shots. Okay. Right? And I think if no dumb penalties, yeah, that's the one issue that I've had with Costin. With Costin is penalties, right? To me, with O'Reilly being out, the thing that they need to do is, first of all, they're very, very good moving the puck around. And as long as they can do that, then we're going to win this game. But if they don't move their feet and they don't figure out how to get the puck through the neutral zone with pace, then LA has a chance. But if they can get through the neutral zone with pace, and we've talked about this a lot of times, Ashley, if they can get through the neutral zone with pace, then we will see the Blues another 7-1, 7-2, 7-3 game, right? Yep. Be honest, I got to start Bennington, so I need him to have a good game, under, less than 2 goals against, face 30, 35 shots. I don't mind them shots at all. I know it's bad. Like I say, the Blues should only be living up 27, and I'm saying give up 35. Just don't let in so many goals. So, and I had someone bring up, I'm not a fantasy guy. Well, I get that. For those of you that aren't fantasy guys, but I think bringing my fantasy team in a little bit gives an idea of how I see hockey.
It does.
Right? And I think that's what I want you guys to realize, how I see the game, how I look at the game when I play. Like, I had to put Kadri out tonight. I hated putting in Kadri out, but last night I only had 1 guy to the other guy's 4, so I'm behind in every category. So I've got to come back now. If you remember, I was 4-4. Now he's got me in every category. Yeah. So I need do I want to play Kadri? No. I'm trying to trade him, but everybody knows I'm trying to trade him, so they're not giving me what I want for him or what I need for him. I need a top 4 defenseman, right? I really need a defenseman that does, I need a defenseman that's in that plus range, not the negative range that they have been in. I'm giving up faceoffs. That's one thing with Kadri. I'm giving up faceoffs, but and with O'Reilly out, that's huge. And all of that stuff that you got to look at really helps pay. I know we're getting closer to game time. I've got to say a huge thank you. I hope I get everybody to John Hefner, E. and Marianne Holmes, Keith Wellmeyer, Matt Park, King, and Sammy Helms. Thank you all for putting those thumbs in the air, giving us some love, letting us know that you appreciate what we do. Chris Lambert says eliminate the dump and shoot. It's not a dump and shoot, it's a dump and chase. But I get what you're saying. Pacing is key indeed. Also, we already discussed a while back, quit playing prevent defense. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, by the way, hey, all my Warrior friends, all my hockey Warriors, the Warriors have a big USA hockey tournament in Philadelphia this weekend, New Jersey, Philadelphia area. Man, support those guys. Support them. They're my brothers and sisters, and they support me. I'm hoping to be there for the Blues Classic, and we're going to really tout that Blues Classic. Yeah. Earl Smith should have played backup tonight, and Bennington tomorrow. Not with Bennington coming off a shutout, and Hofer. I think playing Bennington back to back, and then we'll see. Here's the way I think it. Games will be streamed. Yeah, they will be streamed on the Facebook page, right? I do know that. The Warriors games, that's what you're talking about. They'll be streamed. No, I just lost what I was thinking. Oh, so with the goalie, I think the best thing to do is go back to back, but then have the game off. Let Hofer take Anaheim, and then he gets 4 days off before Winnipeg. For that crucial matchup in Winnipeg. I actually think that's the better way to do it.
I agree.
Right? And I think that in a hockey sense, your goalie is ready to go against what could be a very tough division game. Right? And I want to see that. And then also you've got, after that, you come back to St. Louis and then go to Carolina. So hopefully Hofer's back by Husso's back by then. So we'll see. There is rumor that O'Reilly could be back by Anaheim. Apparently he's had the negative tests already, but because he was symptomatic, he has to wait the 10 days. Yeah. Right? Okay. They're talking about one of the inside NBA guys, his son passed away from disease today. So that's where they're at. And that's why I'm giving a quick moment here for that. You know, guys, it's going to be a fun game. I'm going to enjoy watching it. We could sweep if Alford played tonight. Thinking we may drop tomorrow. No, I actually think we could still sweep. I really do, bud. I really do. And good sign on the negative thought. Negative, though.
O'Reilly's testing.
Oh, yeah. So what I understand that he has had some negative tests, right? So otherwise they wouldn't talk about him being back.
Yeah.
So he's got to wait his 10 days. Oh, and I did say something that was wrong yesterday. They get tested every 72 hours, so every 3 days.
Okay.
Every 3 days, not every day. I thought it was every day. They'd get tested every 3 days. Are you ready for this one, Ashley?
Yes, I am.
Back to back. No, so real quick, guys. Tomorrow I may not be on for the pregame. I have a doctor's appointment at 2:15 my time. Pregame's supposed to be about 3:30 because it's another 9 o'clock game. So it's all going to depend. So I might be a little late. We might just come on for a few minutes. Depending on when I get here, it might be just like a pop-up instead of a pre-scheduled thing. So be aware of that. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, and we'll see you all on the game show. Aloha.